What's up everyone? So obviously by the title of the video, I'm going to be talking a lot about books. So I've gotten very into reading. It's one of my favorite things to do in the spring and summer because I love just sitting outside in the sun and reading. And so I'm kind of on a journey, if you will, to try and find my favorite genre of books or a book series that I really like to read. I'm going to start off with the books that I finished reading in the month of April. The first book is If He Had Been With Me, and this one I would honestly rate probably like a 4 out of 5 stars. I didn't love the ending, but I really want to talk a little bit more in depth about it instead of like giving spoilers. But I overall was pretty hooked on this book. It only took me 3 or 4 days to finish, but it's definitely a pretty good read. And then I read Chase Me by Tessa Bailey. And I don't know if I'm gonna be reading other books by her. I knew going into it that all of the stories weren't connected, but that's the thing, is that I really like building a connection to characters and stuff. Overall, again, you know, it was a decent read, but I wouldn't say to like rush to read these. Again, these are pretty easy reads. It only took me a couple days. I'm not sure if Tessa Bailey has any series, like genuine series, where it's like all of the same characters or all of the same storyline happens, so I'll have to do a little bit more research, but I did really like her writing, and I still liked the book enough, so I'd probably give this one like a 3.5 or 4 stars out of 5. And then I read The Way I Used to Be, which I thought that this was such a good book. I would probably give it like a 4.5. I do plan on getting the sequel. I'm not entirely sure when it comes out, so I'll have to check that. But I did really like this book. I was very hooked. And again, it didn't really take me that long to read. It wasn't super hard to get into. Again, pretty straightforward, and I did really like the writing. It seemed very cohesive, so I'd probably give this one a 4.5. And I'm almost done with Twisted Love, and I do really like it, but again, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be getting into any of her other books. It's not necessarily like a series, but it's just like the Twisted Chronicles, I almost want to call it, so yeah, I'm gonna see how I like the rest of the like 100-something pages that I have left, but I don't hate it completely. I'm gonna try and finish some of the books that I already have before I start reading these, because none of them are connected either. It'll kind of be easy to read these other ones. I feel like with series, I tend to forget things that happened in like the previous book, so I kind of need to read them one after another. And now the books that I'm going to be reading in May, Target was having a buy two get one free. I got kind of like a weird number of books. I didn't fully take advantage of the sale just because I do still have a couple other books that I have to read first, so I only got a couple. The first one I got is Things We Never Got Over, and this one I accidentally bought the second book for, so I had to get the first one before I started reading that one. So I think I'm probably going to read this book next because it is a bigger book. And then I got King of Wrath, which again, I've just been trying to look into different series that I want to get into. And since I liked writing for Twisted Love, I figured I'd give King of Wrath a try since it's pretty popular. So I'm very excited. I'm hoping that I really like this one. I really liked Game of Thrones and also A Court of Thorns and Roses. So I have pretty high hopes for that. And then I got If Only I Had Told Her, because I obviously read the first book. So I was very surprised that this came out right around the time that I finished reading the first one. So I'm really excited to read this, which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I'm going to read this book first or Things We Never Got Over first. I'll have to decide, but I got this book. And then this looked really interesting. It's called Hidden Pictures. If you read the synopsis of it, it sounds really interesting, and I've been wanting to get into, I guess, like horror or thriller, and I was thinking about reading Stephen King. So if you guys have read Stephen King, let me know what your thoughts are down below. I don't think that you can get super scared from any thriller books, but I think I'm gonna see if I like this, and then if I do, I'm gonna look into some Stephen King novels. And then the last one that I got is Things I Wanted to Say. So again, this is just a series. So yeah, this is just a series, and I'm gonna see if I like it, but it's another kind of like heftier book, I would say. So that's my little book haul or book wrap up for April and May. I'm sure that I'll probably end up getting more books because I seem to read like one book a week, which isn't too bad, I guess. My goal really is to just read like one book a month, so that means that I'm really going outside and stuff. And that I'm actually interested in the stories, but I hope you guys liked the video. If you have any book recommendations, let me know some down below. I did post a book video, I think like a month or two ago, so if you want to see some of the other books that I'm planning on reading, you can go ahead and watch that video next. But other than that, I will try to make sure to make more videos about these if it's something that you guys are interested in. But don't forget to like and subscribe down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!